it's midnight, and I gotta talk at midnight. I gotta talk. I don't care if there's nobody here. I gotta scream out loud. Oh my goodness. Um, let me show you some footage. I think let me show you some footage. Let me react to that footage. Okay. Oh no. Here's a footage. Let me see. Hide that one and let's see. Add to stage. There you go. There's me. There's me. Don't get it's me right there. All right. See if you can hear that.
다시 한번.
다시 한번. One more time.
네, 여보세요. 아, 네, 안녕하세요. 김산호 화백님 맞으실까요?
Okay. So what I'm doing there, I'm practicing a phone call. I'm calling Kim Sanho 화백님. It means Master Kim Sanho. In Korea, we name the last name first. So in United States, Master Sanho Kim. In Korea, we say Master Kim Sanho or 화백님 Kim Sanho. So I am practicing a phone call to Master Kim in a train, just randomly, because I had here. Let's finish listening to this.
네, 맞습니다.
I'm trying to imitate his
아, 네,
voice.
안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 만화 관련 유튜브를 하고 있는 남현이라고 합니다. 네, 네.
So I'm clearly reading a script there because I'm trying to get the script down.
아, 네. 전화드린 이유는 다름이 아니라 그 선생님께서 예전에 미국에서 출판하셨던 작품들이 시간이 갈수록 현대 만화사에 많은 의미를 갖고 있다고 생각하는데 이에 대해 정식으로 인터뷰를 요청해보고 싶어서 연락드리게 되었습니다.
So in this script, I'm asking for interview because I wanted to talk to him about a comic book from back when he was making comic book back in 1973, 1970s, around there, right?
인터뷰라고요.
So that's me thinking that interview, what's this, But anyway, that was my anticipation. How do I overcome this, doubt? How do I overcome this doubt?
네네, 선생님께서는 미국에서 이순신 장군님이나 거북선 그리고 한국어로 된 의성어, 의태어 등을 최초로 미국 만화가에 기록하신 업적이 있으시잖아요. 그런 부분을 인터뷰하면서 영상으로 남겨놓으면 좀 더 많은 사람들이 알게 되고 좋지 않을까 싶어서요.
So there, you could clearly tell I'm just reading a script. but but yeah, telling about I am basically talking about this comic book, right? Can I switch this around? Can I switch this around? Oh yeah, I could. I guess I could. Yeah, I'm talking about this comic book right here, and I'm talking about ono onomatopoeia and onomatopoeia, mepioia. I'm never gonna remember that. Anyway, I am talking to him about that and how uh, he is first to come out with the Kabuksan and no, you'll see. Let me see the total ship. Let me see if I get to that script right here.
아, 네.
Hey,
그리고 제가 선생님
hold
작품
on, hold
원고도
on, hold on.
몇 장 가지고 있는데,
Hey, somebody out there, if you can you hear me, hear my video? Can you say yes? I could hear it or not? Uh, Maybe I need to test that before I need to test that. If nobody will tell me, I need to test that. See if uh let me test that. Let me test that. How do I test that? Oh, with the StreamYard. Yeah, I think I'll go to let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Go to YouTube Studio. Things are slow. Come on, it's midnight. Nobody's using internet. Come on. Well, I guess West Coast people are using internet. Uh, and I guess that there's plenty insomniacs out there. Mm. Is there a live stream going on today in the comics? Okay, let me see. Detail. Um, go to. There is. Go to. There is. Let me play it. I'm trying to imitate his
아, 네,
voice.
안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 만화 관련 유튜브를 하고 있는 남현이라고 합니다.
Okay, it comes out clear. It comes out clear. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Test pass. Pass the test. So, all right. So this thing is working. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Let me see if is this what I want? Uh-oh. Is this what I want? Could I switch that around? Remove. Let me remove that one. Add to the stage. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So let's go back to this man.
네, 관심 있으시다면 선생님 허락하에 선생님께 다시 돌려드리거나 한쪽 만화 박물관에 기증하고 싶은 생각도 있습니다.
Okay, so my point is, I am rehearsing phone call to who? Master Kim, right? I'm rehearsing, and why do I think that I could? Why do I think that I could contact Master Kim? Oh, I mean, you know, why did I think that I could do that? You know, I I really don't know why I think that. I had to try. You know, I um I don't know. Some of you have watched my uh, Library of Congress video where I went to Library of Congress to verify that this book was first appearance of Kabuksan Troship, first mention of Isun-shin, the uh, Korean admiral from Joseon Dynasty, and first onopopoeia. I'm going to say that word Right. Let me let me find the website that says let me Onopoya pronunciation. Let me see if I could do this. Then let me add remove. I'm gonna stop screen. I'm gonna just add a screen, add a share screen, and I'm gonna share the audio, entire screen, and that one, and yeah, share. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, got it. Let's see.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Oh, it starts with A, not O. I thought it was onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Okay, one more time.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Yeah. So this is first occurrence of Korean onomatopoeia in American book. Um, this is also first occurrence of dual language. I am confirming never before in comics read The Promise, a Korean folktale told in English and Korean. But it's a lot more than that, right? It's, it it brings two cultures together, and this is a uh, first occurrence of turtle ship, first occurrence of Wangyun, Admiral Wangyun, Commander Wangyun, Korean Navy. It's a 1598 real historical event, March 1598, when not Korea actually. That's a back 1598. Korea was called Joseon, Joseon Dynasty. Here's a 이순신 장군. So that's Admiral Lee, Admiral 이순신 in English. You see the dual language right there, right? And onomatopoeia, onomatopoeia right there. Shh, that shh sound, that soul sound, that red letter right there. Shh, those are actual first occurrence of onomatopoeia. Like right here, onomatopoeia right there. You have two of them. English, bang. Korean, tongue, right? And now there's no expression. Wajikun. What I found out is that Wajikun is a very, has a three sequence of phonetics. This heavy wooden door, and you see the metal. That wooden door with the metal. What do you call it? Latch, gigantic latch. The metal door get busted open, and it makes once the hard wood get busted, it splinters, right? So it has a sequence of sound, wajikun, No other language. I thought Japanese might have that, but no. Uh, Wajikun itself is that particular way of us saying it is nowhere in any. I mean, no English, no Spanish, French, German, no Japanese, no Chinese. It's only available in Korean, right? And he was first one to use that. Wajikun. It's like a uh, Korean written language is very phonetic friendly. If you write in Korean, you can make sounds. It's very phonetic based. So um, yeah. So so all these things about this comic book that I have researched and I have you know, and I've been trying to get hold of Master Kim. I'm trying to call the man, and I try to call him. I try to send emails. I'll visited his friends' YouTubes and left a message. I called the Korean Cartoon Association. I called Korean Anime Association, and I wrote them an email. No luck. And I even tried to make YouTube video targeting Master Kim, you know, so that was my like a message in the bottle. That was my message in the bottle, and I wanted that message to come through, and maybe by a glimpse when he searches his name, when he searches comic book, maybe that will land on his YouTube homepage, and he get to watch me dedicating these videos to the man, right? And I was that desperate to get hold of the man, and I wanted to do it in this AAPI month of May. This the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and Korean heritage, Korean culture, Korean language, Korean onomatopoeia. I mean, well, guess what? Because of my lovely, 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 lovely cousin of mine, while I was doing all these things, he contacts me. Just I haven't talked to him in years, right? I haven't talked to him in years. He contacts me and says, "Hey, Hyung is older brother. Hyung, um, my cousin calls me Hyung, older brother. I haven't talked to you in like 20 years. I just want to talk to you." And I say, "Oh, Jinu, my cousin, my brother. Yeah, thanks for calling me. I'm happy that he's calling me, and he doesn't. I haven't heard from him in 20 years, right? And we're just talking here and there, and I finally come around to telling him that, hey, I had a stroke 2 years ago, and goes, oh no, you had a stroke and stuff, and we were just catching up, and then as we're about to say goodbye, I realized something. My cousin is in Korea, and he was he studied cartoons. He studied comic art. He actually came to the United States to learn art. Go to United States GMU down here in no, not GMU. I forgot what school he went to. He came to United States to study art, and then he went back to Korea, and I never heard from him since then. But and he never became an artist. He became a businessman. But uh, he just talked to me, and then I just realized, well, hey, hey, cousin, I'm trying to get hold of this Master Kim. You know him? He goes, no. So I tell him the story about him. He goes, oh yeah, I know he I know something about Lifi and whoever first wrote the Lifi comic books, and yeah, I know that. I mean, I vaguely remember something about that. I'm going, well, is there any way I could contact him? He goes, probably. And so he did all the legwork trying to find Master Kim. And we went through, he and I both, went through, we found the email, we found his, and we were never able to contact him. And so I almost gave up. I gave up because he would not answer our emails, or email was old and no good. And I I say, wow, okay, that's that's not good, right? And so I gave up, and I went to that message in the bottle desperation. I was going to make a video, and that was my last result to contact him. And uh my cousin calls me and says, Young, I think I finally found his number. And I go, huh? Really? And he goes, yeah, I think I finally got his number. Really? He goes, well, I'm not sure, but I think this is his number. I say, okay. Um, yeah, but before you call it, rehearse. So that the video you just saw, that was me rehearsing, you know. So I was gonna rehearse, and I finally got to the call. I got the call, and let me share with you that phone call. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's see. There it is.
First time trying it. What's that? Let me see. Mm, uh,
Sorry. Yeah. Come on, man. Hurry up. Get get that
okay.
stupid app going. Let me see if I can skip ahead. No, I don't. I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna let that simmer a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on already. Oh, I think I know why. Okay. I think I made a whole bunch of mistake here. Let me see if I. There you go. I'm still working on it. 2 minutes in, I'm still working on it. Oh, okay. Oh, here. Oh, there you go.
네, 네, 안녕하세요. 김산호 화백님 맞으실까요?
I say, hello. Is this Master Kim? That's it.
네, 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 만화 관련 유튜브를 하고 있는 남현이라고 합니다.
Okay.
남현, 예. 네, 전화 드린 이유는
Can you guys hear Master Kim's voice over this? Can you guys hear it? Can you hear Master Kim's voice? If you can, please come on in. If you can. Okay. Well, let me see if I could increase the sound a little bit. I went to yellow bar. Let me see if I could do it with this one. All right, there it is. How is that? Okay. Let me try that again. Let's try it again.
다름이 아니라 그 선생님께서 예전에 미국에서 출판하셨던 작품들이 시간이 갈수록 현대 만화사에 많은 의미를 갖고 있다고 생각하는데 이에 대해 정식으로 인터뷰를 요청해보고 싶어서 연락드리게 됐습니다.
So, how is it? How is it now? How is it now? How is it now? So, can you hear him better? So what I did was I just asked him, because the comic book you have created back when you were back in 1973, I think they are relevant. So I'm trying to see if I could have an interview with you. All right. Oh, yes, because I put that on a script. Okay.
예? 작품들이 시간이 갈수록 현대 만화사에 많은 의미를 갖고 있다고 생각하는데 이에 대해 정식으로 인터뷰를 요청해보고 싶어서 연락드리게 됐습니다. 예?
So he said, yes, I hear him. So he said yes. He said yes.
저기요.
He said, which book are you talking about?
선생님께서 미국에서 이순신 장군이나 거북선 그리고 한국어로 된 의성어, 어태어 등을 최초로 제가 생각했던 최초로 미국 만화하기 기록하신 업적이 있으시잖아요. Ghostly Tales 101 아시죠? 그런 인터뷰를 하면서 영상으로 낭비해 놓으면 좀 더 많은 사람들이 알게 되고 좋을지 않을까 싶어서요. 지금 내가 저기요. 저 지금 뉴욕에서 전화드리는데 저 원래 사는 데는 워싱턴 DC예요. 네, 제가 그걸 확인하기 위해서 저 Ghostly Tales 101이 이제 정말로 처음으로 이제 거북선 보이고 또 저기 이순신 장군님 말씀도 하시고 또 거기에 보면은 왜 내가 볼 때는 처음으로 이제 한국이나 일본이나 처음으로 이제 미국 만화책에서 이성어나 이제 뭐라 그러지 다른 의성어, 어태어 등을 저도 지금 이런 말을 처음
I admit to him, I don't know the word onomatopoeia in Korean either. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about Will Eisner here soon. I'm going to talk about Will Eisner, okay? And Sleepy Eater, you're a historian here. I'm going to ask you a question about Will Eisner and what's the other artist? What's the other artist? Let me go ahead. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Where is that? I want to get these words right again. I want to say that again.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Okay, onomatopoeia. So I'm talking to him, And 이성어 is onomatopoeia in Korean. ite one is musical. Actually, how Koreans are phonetically musical, and he's talking about that too. By the way, anyway, so we are talking about that right now.
한국말로는 처음 하는 거예요. 의성어, 어태어당어. 예, 근데 그걸 조사를 해봤더니 내가 여기 이제 저 사는데 라이브러리 칸그루스 있잖아요.
So you heard the Library of Congress, right? So I'm talking to him. Hey, look, I've been searching I've been searching everywhere. I even took it to Library of Congress to, to see if this was the first occurrence of Torship, 이순신 장군, the MOE, the dual language, the onomatopoeia. I mean, yeah, that's that's what I'm explaining to him right now.
거기까지 가서 조사해봤어요. 이제 왜 이런 만화책이 있나 없나. 이제 그래서 내가 지금 이런 이렇게 연락드린 이유는 이게 정말 그 만화책 처음에 첫 장에 나오잖아요. 처음으로 이런 게 있었다. 그러니까 정말로 처음일 것 같아요. 그래서 내가 그걸 다 조사해 본 거예요. 그래서 내가 조사해 본 걸과 저기 토로셉이라고는 나와 있어요. 그 1942년도에 Real Life Number 6 그 책에는 토로셉이라고 나와 있는데 거기 보면은 정크셉이에요. 거북선이 아니라.
I am talking about this now.
그래서 내가 아주 열심히 조사해봤어요.
I am finding out that's true. This is fact. Dual language is first in U.S. comics. Okay, first.
그래서 선생님을 이제 선생님을 이제 컨택하려고 그러는데 하여튼 힘들었어요. 이 전화번호 갖기까지.
So I say, it was so hard trying to contact you. I've been trying for months and months. And he goes, it's easy. All you had to do was call Korean Cartoon Association. Yeah, but I did call Cartoon Association. They won't give you a number.
말씀들을 해줬는데 이메일도 보내드리고 했는데도 지금 한 달째 연락이 없어서 거기서 직접 좀 내 조카가 좀 그걸 해줬거든. 내 조카를 한다. 내 사촌이 그걸 이제 내가
So I'm explaining here. My cousin, when my cousin saw that how desperate I was looking to interview Master Kim, he actually went out of his way to contact the Cartoon Association. He actually, tell him all the situation and told them, hey, this Korean American in the United States is looking to speak to Master Kim, and he's willing to even give away his original art, return a couple of those pages to Master Kim himself, and maybe one could go to museum, so he's doing everything possible, and he's making videos about him. He's he's giving away things so he could have his video go up in views, and he's doing everything possible. So he was he's kind of begged like I would have begged if I was in Korea, and he finally got the number, but we weren't sure. So this that's what I'm explaining right now.
그래갖고 좀 알아달라고 해서 거기서 걔가 알아봤는데 거기서 간신히 주더라고. 전화를. 그래서 그래서 예.
그게 뭐냐 하면 내가 참 미국 가가지고 처음에는 뭐 고스트리 테어 아니면 뭐 샤이안 키트 뭐 이런 것들을 그렸어요.
예.
근데 그러다 보니까 그 미국 사람들이 한국이란 미국이라는 나라를 인식을 못하고.
네.
So, hey Ben, how are you? So Master Kim is telling me about his first time working in the United States. He's saying Americans didn't know what Korea was back then. You know, he said, so I had to do something about that, basically.
중국이나 니네 나라는 중국말을 쓰냐 아니면 일본 말을 쓰냐 이거거든.
네.
그러니까 얼마나 화난 애가. 그래서 내가 그때 이 한글로 된 책을
네.
영어로 번역을 했다 이런 그 인상을 주도록 만드는 책이야 그게.
네.
그래서
Otaku Yang, come on up, come on up. Let me see if I could. Otaku Yang, how are you? Come on up. Let's see. Let's see if I could. Anyway, let me continue.
한국에 근데 그때 그 매거진 자체가
네.
이 고스트리 테일이잖아.
네.
그러니까 그 유령 얘기를 해야 된단 말이야.
네.
그 유령 얘기를 하니까 임진왜란을 배경으로 해서
네.
임진왜란.
이러한 한국의 얘기가 있었다라고 내가 이제 그 창작한 거예요.
네.
근데 한국에 있었던 얘기처럼 내가 이제 소개를 한 거지.
예, 전설의 고향처럼.
그렇지.
예.
그래서 내가 그걸 그렸더니 생각보다 어마어마한 그 반응이 왔어. 그 미국서.
예.
그때는 나도 뉴욕에 있었거든.
예.
내가 뉴욕에 살았어요. 나중에 뉴저지 있고 그랬는데
예.
그 웨스트 뉴욕이라고 다 고동네라고. 그래서 그 뉴욕에 있었는데 그 만화를 이제 그렇게 그린 거는 한국을 이제 미국에 소개하는 게 주 목적이고.
예.
First, he wanted to introduce Korea to America because at the time, no one, not his co-workers, no one knew who Korea was. That was back in 1968, something like that, around there, right? He thought they will ask, is that a Chinese? Is that a Japanese? You know, so he got tired of asking. No, I'm not Chinese. I'm not Korean. You know, so he said, I want to introduce Korea, and so this is his story right now. What do you think, Otaku?
No way. Is that him on the phone, really?
Yeah, no, it's AI faking it. What do you think, Otaku? What do you think? You
That's
confirm
awesome,
you confirm the man is talking right there. Yeah, right?
I can hear him, yeah.
You can hear him, and he's speaking
Hang
Korean,
on,
right?
I'm turning the audio.
You hear him, right? Let me go ahead. You want me to play it? I haven't played it yet. Okay.
우리한테 이런 우수한 문명이 있다 하는 거.
예.
그 배경에 이제 임진왜란 배경이니까.
예.
그래서 이제 그런 거를 이제 내가 창작을 한 거예요. 그리고 아까 말씀하셨던 그 알파벳을 갖고 얘기하는 거를 소개하는 게 뭐 또 하나의 목적이고. 한국에 한글이 있다. 이걸 이제 가르치려고 하는 게 또 하나의 목적이고. 그리고 세 번째는 내가 영어도 마찬가지인데 만화책은 음악이 없잖아. 음향이. 음을 낼 수가 없잖아. 그러나 시각적으로 음을 상상하도록 만들 수는 있는 거지. 그렇게 해서 내가 이제 그 글자의 조합을 가지고 음을 상상할 수 있도록 이렇게 만드는 거야. 그것도 창작이지. 그랬더니 그 이후에 미국 사람들이 그걸 흉내내서.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you interpret that, Otaku Hyang. Just you're
Yeah,
my witness.
he's basic. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I've got some reverb going. I don't know if it's because
Maybe
okay.
because my yeah. Go ahead. Can you
I
hear
think
it
it's
now?
because I have the video running on the background. So hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Don't yeah.
There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, he's basically saying, you know, he was getting creative with the Korean language, you know, because the alphabet, you know, he was saying like, well, why don't we? Because no one in America knows about Korea, so he was trying to impart Korean knowledge on like through his little part, right? He's just working on this comic book. He decided he's, I guess, writing about Korean folk tales, and then he's saying because there's no like, um, you know, he's looking at the techniques of the timing because there's no like music or you know sound that
So
he would
phonetic
incorporate.
sound, phonetic, yeah,
Yeah,
because like
phonetic
for
sound.
instance, because in English you have a crash. That's the sound. Crash. Crash is not a sound. It's just describing what the crash is, right?
Yeah. So
It's
he's
not a
using
sound.
Korean onomatopoeia
Yeah.
as the actual sound, but he's
Eh,
incorporating it in Hangul,
right.
which no one understands, of course. But it's in the panels, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a manga technique. It really is a manga technique because you see
Well,
that in manga as well.
I did some research, right? I did some research, and some of these Korean words are not available in Japanese and Chinese
Yeah,
because the Korean
they're
language is
Hangul. Yeah, Korean words.
Korean word is very phonetic. You know, there's no other language that's so phonetic like Korean language.
Yeah,
It's all phonetic based. So
yeah,
they can make up these words
yeah,
and they are actual sound. They're actual
yeah.
sound.
Like tuck 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 tuck. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
You would have the tuck. That would be
yeah,
like a sound.
yeah. I mean, you could actually, if you learn to read Korean, then you say, "Hey, write tuck tuck tuck." Then you could actually write tuck tuck tuck.
Yeah.
In English, what you have to do is say, "Hey, right, this is a knock on the door." Oh, K-N-O-S-K, knock. You know, knock knock. You know, not
Well,
the
that's the
not
thing.
the
In the 60s, they did that for a little bit, like crash, like bam, you know. But these days, you don't have that. They took all the, you know, like sound words out. They took all the words out of that. It was just a brief moment in the 60s where you had that used, but in modern comic books, that's gone. But in manga, it's still there.
well. I'm telling you, Master Kim is the one who brought those in before manga came in. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, let me let me
I
continue this.
don't know if you can make that argument, but
No, I
okay.
can't. In United States, in United
Oh,
States,
in the United States, yes, yes,
in United
yeah,
States.
yeah,
Okay,
in the United States,
in these floppies.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is what is that? The what's his name's samurai warrior book? What's his name? That came in 1980, something in 1980, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah. The manga wasn't really printed until
manga
like
manga
yeah.
style stories. Like, what's his name? Who am I thinking of? That guy who did the Batman, and who's that guy? Uh, the
The guy who
ink
did
drawing
Batman.
guy. Who am I thinking
Um,
of?
who did
The
manga as well?
Japanese story in. I bought a comic book from him. In at when sleep I was at I like comics at Sleepy's. Um, Jim, no, not Jim. Anyway, that's it. Back in 1980 or 90s.
Yeah,
1973.
yeah, yeah.
1973. Okay? I mean,
길도 막 하더라고.
Frank
예.
Miller.
그러면 이제 세 번째
Yes, Frank Miller. Remember Frank Miller? He came that was 1980, 1990s.
You talking about Lone Wolf Cub when
Yeah,
he?
Lone Wolf. You know.
Yeah, they reprinted. Well, so he did a forward and a cover art for that, but they reprinted the I think his name is Kuro- I have a book. It's a reprint of a legendary comic book in Japan.
Yeah, I'm not
And
saying it's a word,
yeah.
not word
Yeah,
first.
but
I'm not saying word
he,
first.
when he translated it, he did
Yeah,
well. I don't know who translated it, but they did a translation of it into English, and they would translate the sound effects because that was part of the comic book. Yes, so
yeah,
in American comic books, it was kind of rare to see that.
yeah. Well, nothing dates back before 1973. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. let me let me now. I do have a question for Slippy here.
만화책은 음악이 없잖아.
Oh, I'm sorry.
예,
음을 낼 수가 없잖아.
예,
그러나 시각적으로 음을 상상하도록 만들 수는 있는 거지.
예,
그렇게 해서 내가 이제 그 글자의 조합을 가지고 음을 상상할 수 있도록 이렇게 만드는 거야. 그것도 상상이지.
예,
그랬더니 그 이후에 미국 사람들이 그걸 흉내내서
예,
지들도 막 그렇게 하더라고.
예,
Oh wow. Okay, this is her education for me because I was under the impression that in American comic books there was the bam crash, like the using the. But he introduced it. He's saying that's fascinating to me. Okay, because it was like a brief period where that was like catching
예,
on in comic books
Hold on, hold on. This is, and he promised to interview.
with us.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh wow. Oh my god, it's gonna be incredible. Yeah. Can't wait. I gotta get some Kim Sano books.
놀아서 했고 슈퍼맨이고 배트맨이고 다 똑같아. 영화관으로 놀아 있는데
예.
그 칸을 내가 부셔놓은 거야.
아, 네, 맞아요.
He broke the box. You heard him? He broke the box.
to get
Okay.
the sound. Yeah.
No. He broke the panels. 6x6, 6x9 box. Now, I want to be clear. We're Eisner, and what's that guy? Shield #1 guy. Who's that short guy? He
Jack
did Shield
Kirby?
#1. No, not Jack Kirby. Shield #1. I got his signature from him.
Sheer #1.
Shield
Shield.
Yeah, Shield.
Oh,
Strankle. So Will Eisner and Strankle, they did this weird hippie-ish breaking the panel. They did they're not so Master Kim is not the first one to break the panel, right? But here he's mentioning the panel breaking of manga and manhwa that he introduced to America. The Asian style, that manga style, where you break the panel wide open, right? And he's the one who introduced that, and they start doing it after they see him do it. So that's okay. So that's what he's claiming. Okay, I verify myself this claim, right? And I think he overstated it because Strenkel and Will Eisner, they did it 1960 something, right?
Well, his contemporaries were also doing it. Like, if you're talking about reorienting panels in like a more artistic fashion, a lot of people were doing it even prior to him. So yeah.
But I'm thinking about breaking the panel itself anyway. Oh, how old is it? When did Eisner passed? I don't know. I mean, Will Eisner, did he work in Charlton, or because Master Kim only worked in Charlton and a little bit in Marvel?
I think though Eisner precedes him by quite a bit. So I mean, he would have Kim Sano's career would have started toward the latter part of Eisner's career. So I mean, I'm sure there was an overlap, but yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so I'm just loving this. I'm just loving this. Okay.
I'm loving it too. Yeah.
이렇게
아,
그러니까 영화처럼
어,
일레귤러하게 이렇게
아,
부셔놓은 거라. 근데 이런 것들이 다 내가 창작한 거야. 그래서
아,
내가 이제 만들고 나서부터 이제 미국 사람들이 그 일을 따라온 거지. 그러니까 한국에서 했듯이 한국에서 내가 라이파이를 그랬잖아요.
예, 예,
그 라이파이라고 해서 한국에서는 지금까지도 깨지지 않는 기록입니다.
아,
한국의 슈퍼맨 같은 거야.
예, 글쎄,
라이파이.
예, 알아요. 저도 라이파이가 그 리을 자료를 S 자료로 좀 변경시킨 거잖아요.
그렇죠. 그래서 이제 미국의 슈퍼맨이 지금 우리는 라이파이가 있다.
아,
근데 그 라이파이 있다고 하는 건 그 당시 생각했을 때
예,
바로 50년이나 100년 후에는 라이파이 세계가 온다는 얘기거든.
예.
근데 지금 왔잖아. 지금 라이파이 와 있잖아. 그러니까 내가 살아서 이런 그 세월을 만났다고 하는 게 너무 신기합니다.
아,
Okay, I'll let you interpret. I'm too excited to interpret now.
Yeah, he's saying he introduced he basically just brought over manhwa techniques and introduced them to America for the first time. So he's really the first artist to just kind of be himself, right? He's a manhwa artist by trade. He, and he's as a manhwa artist in Asia, they have their own. So you kind of have the Japanese and the Korean influence there. Heavily, it's its own identity, and anybody who reads manga knows there's stark differences between the techniques used in American comics and the techniques used in manga. Well, here's an artist who actually brought some of those Eastern techniques, and he's saying that, yeah, he introduced them. He just was and they loved it. Like, I guess he was being, they saw it as very, very creative, innovative, and the people he was working with were, showing
He-
support for that.
He created a character called Lifi, and he said Lifi was a character that he got from Superman, Batman, and by the way,
That's the one with the mask, right? Huh?
yeah, and he has a Liucha.
Ninja. Oh, okay.
So Liucha is like S, right? S, Liu S. Okay, but
Backward
so,
S. Yeah.
yeah, backward S, right? But mirror S, right? But he brought that kind of hero from America to Korea when he was working in Korea. Then when he came to United States, he brought the Korean manhwa style into United States. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was a bridge of a two culture.
Yeah. Innovative. They're very innovative. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he brought the Life 5, that was innovative because Korea never saw it. When he brought Korean manhwa to United States, nobody else saw it. So he was a bridge between two cultures. And the Life 5 still stands the first science fiction hero of Korean. He introduced science fiction genre in Korea.
Yeah. It is science fiction. He has like a laser gun. I just don't think he's like Superman. I know he has a cape. He has a cape and he's kind of dressed like in a costume superhero, but he's like more like Flash Gordon. He's like kind of like a space guy, right?
Yeah. And so
That's
he's
my
saying,
memory of it.
so what he's saying is that all those things that this Li-Fi guy, all his gadgets that he had, those are our cell phone now. I mean, those are things that we are using. That's what he's proud of. He come up with
Oh,
those things in his comic book. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, he had all the gadgets and the gun and everything. He had a gun, right? I just remember
yeah,
him having a gun.
gun and the submarine, and just
Yeah, okay.
he was like a Batman of Korea. He was like,
Yeah, it was he's kind of like James Bond in like a Batman costume. Yeah,
and
it's kind of like Batman.
this is really fascinating because Korean is a mono society, mono race society. We at his time, you don't look at the mixed marriage as kindly. People don't look kindly on that because you are. It's like nowadays some of these people are like, oh, that's not pure. That's not pure Korean. So they didn't like that. But this guy created this superhero called Lifi, and he has girlfriend who's blonde. The mixed marriage kind of thing. It's like he's a very very forward thinking person. So, anyway,
아,
아까 질문하셨던 거의 그 요점은
예,
그 글자를 가지고 음악 효과를 내기 위해서 시각적으로
아하,
그렇게 해서 내가 글자의 변형을 만들었다 하는 거. 두
예,
번째로는 그 탄에 그 정형화돼 있던 게 어서 탄을 내가 다 부셔서 이제 자유롭게
예,
설명이 돼줄 수
예,
있도록 그렇게 이제 그런 혁신을 내가 만들었다.
예.
세 번째는 한글을 미국에 처음으로 한국 만화인 것처럼 내가 소개를 한 거예요.
예, 그럼요. 이게 그러니까 망가가 오기도 전에 만화가 온 거 아니에요.
그렇지.
그런 것들은 이제 내가 이제 나이가 조금 많어. 그래서
예,
내가 사실은 39년생이에요.
예,
39. He's born in 1939.
예,
그러니까 지금은 이제 그렇지만 우리 시절의 사람들은 악을 어렸을 때 그 일본에서부터 독립하고
예,
한국이 그 6.25 전쟁 거치고
예,
또 이렇게 발전해가는 그 과정에서 굉장한 그 우리가 고생을 많이 했던 사람이거든. 그러니까
예,
이제 그렇게 해서 내가 미국을 갔기 때문에 미국 사람들도 그 당시 가니까 캐치 22라고
예,
TV 시리즈로 한국을 굉장히 그 뭐랄까 조롱하는
예,
이제 그런 식의 그 TV 시리즈가 있고 그랬어요. 근데
So he's talking about he was born in 1939 during Japan's occupation of Korea, and he's talking about at the time we were third world country. We just came out of a Korean War, and we were once occupied by Japan. I mean, he grew up in that kind of environment where Korea was considered third world country. They're not much of a country. We need American help to liberate ourselves from North Korea, China, Japan. I mean, is very what do you call it? You could say inferiority complex. Korea had to go through. He went through that. That's what he's explaining, and he's trying to. He want to introduce Korea to American comic books. He want to liberate from shadow of Japan, China. That's what he's expressing right now.
And it's interesting because
Go ahead.
you have to mention, we just touched upon it, but he introduced manhwa before manga.
Yes.
He introduced manhwa before manga in American comics. Now,
Yeah.
Japan and Korea were kind of in like similar places after World War II, meaning both countries were rebuilding, right? And they had the support of the American government, right? The American government was helping with Japan's rebuilding efforts. But of course, Japan was way more industrialized already as a country, so they had sort of a head
Heads
start.
up. Head start. Yeah,
Yeah.
head start. Yeah.
And in Korea, though, Korea is really one of those countries, like, because it was used as a military post, there was no real industry in Korea yet. So it was literally building from the ashes, right? The ashes of colonial occupation and the ashes of the Korean War. But yeah, it's interesting because here's a person who had the opportunity to come and work in American comic books, and he's just being himself, but he's introducing things never before seen in American comic books. But if you were to go to Asia, these are very common techniques in the East Asian at the time. Yeah. And this is where, like, you can be in a comic medium, but you can have completely different styles and techniques and approaches. And that's kind of how manga and American comic books kind of just grew out, right? American comic books was doing their own thing and manga was doing their own thing. They kind of started in the same place from comic strips, right? Manhwa too. Manhwa, though, it's interesting because manhwa, manga, it's really a one-way, because Japan is like the more industrialized country. It was influencing Korea more than Korea was influencing Japan. But here is a Korean who gets an opportunity in American comic books, and it's, he's just being like, hey, look, here's manhwa. I'm going to introduce my nation, my culture's comic book techniques. He's an innovator in the space, obviously, because he's kind of just getting influences from Western, Japanese, all kinds of comic books. But he comes here and says, look, I'm going to give you some Korean language. I'm going to give you some Korean history.
Onomatopoeia.
Right. And I'm going to, kind of play myself as one of kind of just being innovative in the space, because he's obviously at around the time where, there's a lot of innovation happening in comic books with storytelling and panel work and art and all that. So this is just great. He's just imparting his historical knowledge with us.
I like to refer him to as a cultural bridge in comic,
Yeah.
because he was still introducing manhwa. Yeah, and
내가 그 작품을 일부러 이제 그런 것들 몇 개를 내가 만들었어.
제가 말씀드릴게요. 저는 미국에 1974년에 왔어요. 근데
14년?
그러니까 12살 때 저는 63세인데요. 옛날에 나는 만화책에 가면 나오질 못했어요. 만화방에 들어가면. 근데 미국에 오니까 모든 게 다 확 바뀌었잖아요. 그래서 이제 미국에서 와서 이제 그랬는데 내 친구들이 만화책을 모으더라고. 그래서 그 이제 슈퍼맨 뭐 이런 거를 이제 처음으로 내가 만화책을 가질 수 있네 하면서 여기서 그렇게 모았거든요. 옛날부터. 그런데 지금 내가 그 고스리 테어는 거기는 있는지도 몰랐어요. 고스리 테어 그거는. 왜냐면 오클라호마에서 살았기 때문에 그런 만화는 쳐다보지도 못했어. 근데 어떤 내 친구가 야 여기 코리안 만화가 있다. 친구가 이거 볼래? 그랬더니 뭐? 한국 만화가 있다고? 그래서 그걸 보고 깜짝 놀란 거예요. 이게 1973년이잖아요. 내가 1년 내에 나 이걸 봤으면 내가 my life will be living different. I love 만화. 그러니까 근데 그
제목이
예.
잡지 이름이 고슬리 테어이고.
예.
So I just talked about how Roger introduced me to this. I never knew it existed all these years. And I was only 1 year apart from this book. I came in 1974. This was published in 1973. And I didn't even know it existed, you know. So I'm talking about Roger here. I think I'll be talking more about Roger more.
지금 말씀하신 그 얘기는 promised라는 거예요.
promise, 예, 약속, 예.
그게 타이틀이에요.
예.
그래서 원 타이틀일 건데 지금 그게 그 미국 경매에서 꽤 높이 올라가 있을 거예요.
근데 이제
경매 지난번에.
제가 뭘 하려고 하냐면 사람들이 이걸 몰라요. 나는 그러니까 이걸 모르고 내가 내 친구도 나한테 그걸 보여줬어요. 근데 김 화백님은 알더라고 친구가. 그러면서 김 화백님 만화책은 다 모았어요 이 친구가. 옛날 그냥 그렇게 그런 팬이에요 걔가. 예. 근데 그걸 나한테 줘서 이거 봐라. 그래서 야 이거는 한국 만화 같고 이건 여기 이순신 장군님도 있고 거기 왕균 장군님도 있고 저기 거북선도 보여드리고 저기 뭐야 그 오노토포피아 그러니까 저기 와지끈 하는 그 사운드 이펙트 같은 것도 옛날에 그런 거 보지 못한 게 1973년부터 있었다. 지금 난 이거는 그래서 내가 저기 CGC 아세요? CGC? 아시는지 모르겠네. 만화책을 그레이딩 하는 회사인데 이제 이게 처음이다 뭐 이런 거를 기록을 하는 회사예요. CGC라고. 예. 그러면 거기 이렇게 만화책을 거기다가 이렇게 플라스틱에다가 딱 저장해 놓고 그거를 이제 더 올려서 이제 그런 식으로 이제 그거를 컬렉션 하는 거거든요. 근데 나는 그거를
So I'm trying to explain to him. Obviously, he doesn't know what CGC is, but I'm trying to tell him. I'm trying to put in record CGC database that all these things are first.
Well, Hyung, I think who we have to reach out to is, I think we have to reach out to the Eisner Hall of Fame committee.
Okay.
I mean, who cares what CGC? It's just a company. What we have to do is we have to get him recognized as a pioneer creator, and get more eyes on his work and get more recognition for him as being one of the first, non American people working in comic books, right? There are only a handful of people from Asia that have worked in comic books in the 70s, right? And he's probably the first Korean, right? The first person to introduce manga, manhwa techniques. And we gotta reach out to the Eisner Hall of Fame committee and say, hey, first off, let's interview him. Let's interview him, right? And then just kind of get the community to promote this, because it's a travesty that he's getting kind of erased. His like you said, here we are, we're Korean American comic book fans, and we had no idea that a man like this existed, and that he was making comic books in American, and that he worked for Marvel, that he worked for DC, or no, did he work for DC?
No, he worked for Marvel and Charlton.
And Charlton, he worked for Marvel, he worked for Charlton, and that this he's still alive. That's the crazy thing, right? Here's a man was born during Japanese colonial occupation in Korea, okay, and he's still alive. He sounds great. To be honest, he's more articulate than Yu Hyung. And he's like 30 years older than you. He's more articulate than you. It's crazy.
Why you have to put my ego to this? I wasn't looking to compete against Master Kim.
Sounds I thought like you were talking to somebody like very young. He sounds still like he's just sharp, the way he's talking. And so yeah, I feel like it's our duty to
Okay.
get this man recognized. That is going to be our mission.
Well, Slippy say he will help me write a article for some of these uh, publishers that what was that? What was one of the articles that you want to write on, Slippy? But yeah, we were thinking about Eisner.
Yeah, Ernie Chan's
1960.
a great example. Ernie Chan, was kind of the contemporary of Kim San-ho, but and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Kim San-ho precedes him by almost a decade. Ernie Chan was, or no, maybe they came around the same period. I know Ernie Chan is also Ernie Chan is later. I'm thinking of Alcala. Alcala is contemporary to Kim San-ho, but Ernie Chan is like he's incorporated years later after Ernie Chan is Asian, so is Alfredo Alcala. But if we're talking about Asian pioneers in this space, it's Alcala and it's Kim San-ho, right?
Yeah,
Chan
Kim
came.
San-ho started mid 1960, 1965 on there.
Okay, yeah, Kim San-ho started in the 60s. So I mean, like Chan got his start in American comic books. He didn't have an outlet, but we're talking about Kim San-ho was had already a career in Korea since what, the 40s, Young?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a career in Korea since the 40s.
No. He was
sorry.
born in
The 50s.
1939.
Sorry,
Yeah,
60s,
yeah.
probably the 60s. Yeah. Early
Yeah.
50s, 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got recognized and brought over for the talent that he was doing in Korean manhwa.
By the way, he also wrote stories.
Yeah. He wrote the
just
stories.
didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote the stories.
Yeah. So it's not, this story in here is his story. So
and he did a bunch of those ghostly tales, right? He was like the
yeah.
regular artist on the ghostly tales.
He did the House of Yang. He remembers that one. I think I'll talk about that here.
But how many issues of ghostly tales did he write?
I don't know. I mean, we need a.
He did a whole run of ghostly tales, I think.
We need a Roger for that. But,
만화책 그거 이제 그
okay, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not articulate. Okay, but
no, yeah, you're doing fine.
회사 것들은 찾기가 힘들더라고요. 그 DC하고 마블은 저기 로프 저기 라이브 칸고사가 이렇게 다 주는데 얘네들은 이걸 안 준 거야. 카피들을 이 칸그레스한테 그 라이브 칸그레스한테 안 준 거예요. 그러니까 그 책을 찾기가 힘들고 또
So I'm explaining Charlton Comics, unlike Marvel and DC, as soon as they publish, Marvel and DC used to donate their books to Library of Congress. Charlton, they didn't do that. Stupid. They didn't donate the lousy one comic book to Library of Congress. So there's no actual physical copy of Charlton in Library of Congress. I mean, that's what I'm explaining to him. So because he worked with the company like Charlton, the work he did got hidden, so.
하지만 컨디션이 very poor condition. 그래갖고 그걸 그래서 찾아갖고 그걸 내가 지금 계속 모으고 있는 거예요. 그거 컨디션 좋은 거 있고 그거를 저기다가 보내갖고 이제 여기다 거북선 처음 여기다가 이순신 처음 이걸 다 적어달라 이렇게 요청하려고요. 지금 저는 이게 저기
가믹북 히스토리 보면 바로 나오지 뭐.
아니 지금
So yeah.
깜파니까 그때
So here's something he is mistaking. He think that if go to Library of Congress, that he will just come, he will just appear. This was first. This was first. That's not being done. He thought it was done.
We gotta do it.
망했어요. 그 회사를 넘겨서
예.
지금 저 DC 그 당시 이제 마블하고
예.
지금까지 살아 있으니까
예.
마블하고 그 내셔널 카믹스 뭐 이런 쪽으로 이제 넘어갔는데
예.
그러니까 같이 넘어간 거지 다.
지금 저는 그걸 이제 그거를 회복시키려고 그걸 이제 그걸 record 다 I want to make that record keep the record straight. That's my goal.
지금 여기 그 전화로
예.
그 선생님 이름 그 네임 카드 있을 거 아니야.
예. 제가
Okay, so it's I'm gonna close up now on this one, but so we're making so he say, hey, give me your name, and let's arrange the meeting date and all that stuff. So yeah, I just well, hey Biggie, what's up? So I'm going 1968. Okay, 1968. Okay. Did he that was credited? Did he do any artwork without the credit?
They're saying his first work in comic books was for Charlton. It was Fighting Marines number 83. He did the cover and the interior art, along with Bill Montes, or maybe he was the inker. Yeah. So I mean, he trying to look at when Alfredo Alcala got his start. Oh, Alfredo Alcala got his start fairly late. I thought he got his start. Oh, no, okay. You got to start. There's nothing. He has such a. Somebody needs to update his. So yeah, Alcala got to start in the Filipino comic scene, and then he came over and started work in DC Comics in 1970, 71. So yeah, Kim Sanho, I again, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but Kim Sanho seems to be the first Asian to have worked in American comic books through Charlton. Chan started, like in 72. Alcala started in 71. Two great Filipino artists. And then, but Kim Sanho predates them both. I'm sure there was probably some manga connections and American comic books connections somewhere along the line, maybe in the 60s. I'm sure there was somebody that maybe collaborated or did something, but for all intents and purposes,
None.
yeah,
None.
the first. He's the
None.
first.
None with the dual language. None.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, it's
None with the
incredible.
dual language. Okay. Brand new story. Not a translation. Not a
True,
translation.
true groundbreaker. When you look at where Asians are today, you look at Jim Lee, you look at Cliff Chang, David Nakayama, Peach Momoko. You look at all these names today. Asians are littered throughout the comic book scene and industry. They are some of the driving forces uh, in comic books, and it's been that way for many years. But people forget. You go before Jim Lee, even a few years. It was a few artists there, right? So you're talking about people who broke ground for the current environment. You got to
I mean,
remember this.
before
And
Jim Lee, there was a Greg LaRoque. Remember Greg LaRoque? So
yeah, Greg LaRoque, but like you got to go back.
yeah.
And who's the original, who's the groundbreaking artist that allowed the industry to be like, hey, you know what? We should probably give more opportunity to people like this. This work is fantastic, right? And they're looking at, um, artists like Alcala, Ernie Chan. So it's I think we need to put more eyes on this, Young, because it's obviously we as Korean Americans feel indebted to uh, the not only the innovation, he was the bridge, like you mentioned, but the fact that he was somebody who brought a lot of innovation to American comic books through his identity, through his Korean identity. And that's something that we need to celebrate and recognize and get more
And
people talking about.
I just want to I just want a history to be recorded.
Yeah,
Just
right.
record the history as it happened,
Yeah,
And
I'm
and
sure. I'm sure Jim knows his history, but Jim Lee, but you know, Jim Lee should be shouting this from he's in the position. It shouldn't be two YouTube creators shouting this from the mountaintops. It should be DC Comics itself, and that's why I'm saying we should probably contact the Eisner Hall of Fame committee and just be like, look, you gotta recognize this
uh,
person. I'll give him a lifetime achievement
I didn't
recognition of
know
some-
I didn't know even these guys are entities. If I knew these guys, Eisenhower, what is association? If yeah, we need to contact them. Otaku
he needs a
mentioned,
lifetime. He needs a lifetime recognition and
yeah,
ASAP, like the very next award, because they just announced the Hall of Fame class, right? This guy needs to be in the next Hall of Fame class, hands down,
yeah.
hands down. They put Jim Lee in before this guy. I mean, there would be no Jim Lee without this guy. So we need to get Kim Sano recognized as the next Eisner Hall of Fame award winner, or entrant into the comic book Hall of Fame before he passes. I'm sorry, he's what, 90 right now?
86 or 87 right there.
86.
Yeah,
Okay,
86.
time is ticking, and I hope, Damien, I hope we get your help. I hope we get Rogers. This is a community effort. We need to share the videos. We need to write the committee. We need to write passionate letters to the committee and say, hey, we can get this guy to you. We can fly him out to you. We have his contact information, but get him with the proper comic book authorities to get this going, because I just don't see how you can. Again, his history should not be erased. We need, and it's going to be too late. Once he passes, it's going to be too late. You know, it's going to be like, oh yeah, oh, I remember. Oh yeah, let's talk about Kim Sanho now that he's passed away. No, he's still alive. We tracked him down. Young tracked him down. But yeah, this is exciting. This is exciting stuff.
I've been doing this for how long? Have I been doing this how long? Huh?
Yeah, this is the pinnacle right here. This is the pinnacle.
Anyway, I think it's hard for me to fall asleep. That's why I had to start this video. But I better stop because I need to figure out. My cousin gonna contact him for me, and I'm gonna set a date, time. Hopefully within May. If it's not, it's not. But
Yeah, Kyung, I'll connect with you offline about how we're gonna, you know, we don't know how's his English. Did you get a chance to talk to him in English?
He only you saw some of it. He understood what I said.
Yeah,
but
I can interview him in Korean. I my Korean's good enough to where I can interview him. I mean, that's what I used to do. I used to interview people in Korean all the time for my reporter job. We just need to coordinate it. Whatever comfortables for Master Sanho Kim Sanho. We just want to make sure he's comfortable.
Yeah, I have a nephew. I mean, my cousin. He's also speak English, so we could bring everybody in. He understand English. He understand English.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we should do it where it's not live, but just kind of do a like a telecall, interview him, and then edit it and put in the subtitled translations. Right. That would be the most comfortable, I think. Interview him in Korean so he's comfortable just responding and it doesn't feel, like he's on the spot. Right. And then edit it and do it kind of a more catered interview with the subtitles there, so that we're not like, people aren't having to listen to it in Korean. You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Yeah, I am loaded with the things to do. Anyone who wants to edit this? Otaku?
I'll help edit it.
Okay. So, yeah, don't load me up. I'm loaded up, bud. Okay. I mean, you know how much it took to do this? Do you recognize that or not?
I do.
Okay, so don't load it up more than it's necessary.
Well, so you want to do a live stream, is what you're saying?
No, if you're gonna suggest something like that, you got to commit to the work.
I mean, I'm not the best editor, so I don't know what you're asking of me right now. I can interview him in Korean.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is that if I have to do the editing, then I may not have the time.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And contacting Eisner and all that, yeah, fantastic idea. We cannot just have ideas.
I'll do
we
that.
Gotta implement. We gotta actually implement them.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. But I'm just happy. Whether I talk to him live or I talk to him on the phone, or whether we, do edited version, I love it. I just love it. Anyway, so I mean, this is this has been every year. Our movement, I'm going to call this movement, has been growing, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's worthwhile to keep this going. This is I think it's worthwhile to. I know this will not make your channel become a viral channel, okay? uh, but we are every one of our interview are history. Every one of our videos are history, and if you guys are willing to share, you know, give me your channel. Let us borrow your channel. Let us borrow your for the May, and I'm willing to share this content, the historical content. Don't just have to be mine. It could be ours, and let's it's like a if a note fails here, somebody else can pick it up. You know, we work together, and if one of these fails, we have a multiple place where these data are saved and recorded. This is I mean,
Well, one thing I do want to say to him, and I don't know if you got an opportunity to say it to him directly, but I just want to say thank you to him. That's, I mean, we're gonna put into the work to get him recognized here, and hopefully the community members help out as well, because it's without the community members' voice or the community's voice, it's hard to get traction with a grassroots type writing campaign, right? But aside from that fact, like I just want to say to Master Sano, like you paved the way for Asian creators, and right now, I'm sure he knows Jim Lee, right? Jim Lee. I want to say to him, like, you're the reason why Jim Lee has the opportunities he has, and he's now the president of DC Comics.
I mean,
You know, and he needs to hear.
people,
He needs to, yeah.
People like him is the one who created Kim Jong Il kind of guys. You know, that's
Yeah.
his style is Kim Jong Il style. I mean, of course, Kim Jong Il refined it.
Yeah.
Refined it, but that's his style that he's drawing right now.
Yeah.
You know, well, I mean, until he passed away, but yeah.
But Young, I know what you mean with the editing of this video, because we want to obviously incorporate a lot of his works, and if he's fine with us sharing images from, like, Lifi and some of his other, because we want to pepper that right throughout the interview, right? We want to put some B-roll of his artwork. But yeah, it is a lot of work, and I'm sorry I can't help you with that. I mean, I can help. I can try. I can try to edit some of that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what you just give me something to do. I'll do it. Just give me a role, but I'm fine with interviewing him in Korean. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
it's awesome that you're willing to interview him with the, with the Korean, and then you could interpret it, and yeah, and
Oh, okay. So you do want to do a live stream, because that's it takes the live translation portion adds a lot of logistical issues to it.
Yeah, here's some of the things that I do want to talk about as we are getting more and more people on board. The thing I want to talk about is that I need a intro, outro that we all share, thumbnail, no AI. None of this has to have AI. Cannot have AI. Thumbnail they are shared, and when we are doing 1 hour stream, every 15 minutes we need a break, and say we need to put a break in there and say in each of these breaks we have to introduce the person again, because fact about live stream is that people will come in at different time.
Yeah.
And so what we can do is every 15 minutes we reintroduce the guests. We may even summarize what we talked about previous 15 minutes, and so people are aware that they moved into a stream that is continuous. I mean, so they don't get lost. New person don't get lost. So every 15 minutes we need to do that. And another thing that all these the videos that we have right now, I've been looking at it from 2020, 2022. We've been doing it 22 or 23, right? Hour and a half video. There's bunch shorts that could be created from these archives. We are sitting on a gold mine of history, and a lot of these people have good ideas and good advice for artists, creators, writers, and those things could go out in short forms, in bite-sized forms. We just need to extract those out and put them on the on. So I'm dedicating myself to do this through the after this is over. I'm not going to worry about growing my channel. I'm not going to worry about um I mean these comic book showing, and I'm not going to worry about those kind of stuff. If a comic book comes, I'm going to show it. If it's quick video, I'll do it. But thing I'm doing is I'm going to make this thing work where gold mines are mined. We're going to mine these gold mines, and we're going to bring out this information in a bite-sized form. So if we leave it like this, it will just get buried. It will just be gold mine that's been buried. But if we're able to extract them and put these in a more shining form, then people will consume more, and every one of us are sitting on a gold mine. So I think this is a perfect way for us to use our small size to our advantage, and yeah, I mean, anyway,
What's up, Ron?
Ron, what's up, guys? Well, you're here for me to say goodbye. Good night. I gotta go to sleep. what, what, what time is it? 1:46. Oh my goodness.
All right, get to sleep, Young. We'll chat offline.
Yeah,
We gotta
let's
plan this, obviously. Yeah.
stay right there. Stay right there. Okay. Have a good night, guys. We're gonna go. In stream.